Hello, trust you're great. Social Studies Revision for Primary 4. Social Studies Revision. So we're going to look at some topics that we've discussed and just highlight some subtopics on them. So look at the topics that we've gone through this term. We talked about civil war in Africa, international organizations, Nigeria's foreign policy, international conflicts and terrorism, leadership and politics, pressure groups, human rights activists, the solar system, the movement of the earth. So we are going to look at the meaning of civil war. A civil war is the war between citizens of the same country. We've discussed about the Liberian War and the Rwandan War. Talking about the Liberian War, we knew it was one of the bloodiest wars in African history, and it lasted for 14 good years. Okay, so the Liberian War lasted for 14 good years, and ECOMOG tried a lot, the UN tried to keep peace in that country. Okay, now the other war was the Rwandan War, which was between the Hutus and the Tutsis in Rwanda. First, the capital of Liberia, which was discussed earlier, is Monrovia, and the capital of Rwanda is Kigali. Okay, now the cause of the Rwandan war was brought about by the shooting down of the plane that was carrying the president. So that was what triggered the war. Next, we are going to look at African countries that have experienced civil war. Nigeria is one of the countries that have experienced civil war in Africa. Remember the Biafran War, the Nigerian Civil War, okay? Then we have the Rwandan War, the Liberian War, the Sierra Leone, the Burundi, Angolan War, Sudan, Mozambique, Ugandan War, and Chad War. So these wars occurred in Africa, and most of them were truly bloody, and the citizens, the women, the children were the ones that suffered the most, okay? The genocide committed in some of this crime was too much that some countries like Liberia and Rwanda, even Nigeria, is trying to recover from the losses experienced during these wars, okay? Next, let's look at international organizations. ECOWAS means Economic Community of West African States. It was established in 1975, okay? And it has its member countries as nations in West Africa. Then you have the United Nations, that is the UN, okay? The United Nations was established in 1945. You have the General Assembly, okay, which is made up of members of heads of state. The headquarters of the UN is in New York. Then you have its permanent and non-permanent members. Then the next is the African Union, the AU, okay? The African Union is formerly Organization of African Unity. Now is known as African Union. Now let's look at Ken Saro-Wiwa. When we talked about pressure groups and human rights activists, we discussed about this man, Ken Saro-Wiwa, okay? He is a human rights activist, and he died in the struggle for the emancipation of the Ogoni people in the Niger Delta region, okay? River State to be precise. Now, we have other human rights activists who are from the international end. We have Nelson Mandela, we have Desmond Tutu, Martin Luther King, the man that talked about I have a dream, okay, when Africans will be presidents in the United States. Now, Nelson Mandela was a man that fought against apartheid in South Africa. So this Ken Saro-Wiwa, who was a human rights activist, lost his life in the struggle. The next is citizenship and naturalization. So, but first, who is a citizen? A citizen is someone who legally comes from a country. Okay, so if you were born by Nigerian parents, you are a citizen. Or if a woman that is from a foreign country is married to a Nigerian man, automatically she becomes a citizen by marriage, that is through naturalization. Okay, so citizens in our country, they have a lot of benefits that they enjoy. Now, most times one can become a citizen of a country through birth, through registration, and through naturalization. Naturalization is when outsiders come into the country to naturalize. Now, benefits of being a Nigerian citizen. First, you can permanently stay in Nigeria. You have all the basic fundamental human rights. You can vote in elections and take up government positions. You can visit any ECOWAS country and stay for 90 days. You can set up your business without restrictions. Okay, so these are all the benefits of being a Nigerian citizen. Staying in Nigeria, having all your fundamental human rights being protected. You can vote in elections, and then you can take up any government position. You could visit any ECOWAS country and stay for up to 90 days without any harassment. You can set up your business without restriction in the country. So being a Nigerian citizen, it's having all these benefits. The solar system is next. Now, the solar system is the collection of 8 planets and their moons in orbit around the sun. You can see the image before you, okay? Solar system is a collection of 8 planets and their moons in orbit around the sun. Now, the planets of the solar system, you have Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. Pluto used to be a dwarf planet. Thank you for going through this revision with me, and I wish you all the success in your exam. Okay? Be good. Again, try and go through your notes, write properly, read the questions properly before you attempt answering them. Best of luck.